And welcome back to another one of these videos where I translate Gundam Online patches and updates and balance changes by recording them and not typing them out because I'm lazy. With me, Polar Dash. Yeah, I might have to start, like, I don't know, giving these videos a proper intro line, since it looks like I'm making a series out of them. But yeah, anyway, it is the 21st here in Japanland, a Thursday. It is also Thursday, but it's in the morning in East America. Got some clocks in there. But yeah, they usually, the Bandai Namco team, release patch information on Fridays as a preview and on Wednesdays when they actually do the patches, but it looks like they decided to release the details on the 27th patch early, as in not tomorrow. I was expecting it to be released tomorrow, but yeah, and I started up the game today thinking I might want to record some Gundam Online, since they released a new map, the Babaku gravity version. I haven't recorded in a while, by the way. But yeah, that. But yeah, I was met with this, and I'm so not in the mood to type this out because I was so in the mood to play some Gundam. So in the mood to trash Gundams in gravity space. And record it, you know, if the game allows me, because every time I go to record a game of a new map, I don't roll a new map forever until I finally decide to quit, and then they roll it. But anyway, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna talk about these. We're gonna translate these things together and have fun. Maybe depending on the changes. Because I am more Xeon player. I don't know. Xeon might get the cold shoulder compared to the Federation changes. We're gonna see. I haven't really looked through this in detail yet. I just kind of started to fire up the recorder, and I decided to just kind of, we'll find out things together. It'll be more fun that way, maybe. But yeah, so here we go. First in the list of changes is the battle assist modules of the unique modules that they're going to be adding into some suits. But looks like they got some hard figures in here now, detailing what each module will be doing. So starting us off here is the Federation modules, and the suits that'll get them. So number one is the GM Custom for Lieutenant Burning. And it is still named the, what did I call it, the Demonic Instructor. And it's a quick switch module. A quick switch module that will reduce the weapon switch time by 15%. 15%, I'm not sure it's a big number. I believe 15%. 15% I think is equivalent to like level 1 of the regular quick switch module. I'm gonna have to check. I do have the wiki open so I could like compare it on the fly, but it's not gonna be on the fly because I have to navigate through the wiki. Hold on, 15%. Where am I? I think there was a helping support module. Coastal Kid Guide, there it is. So the Burning Type GM Custom will basically start off with a level 1 quick switch module that takes up no space because the spaces for these unique modules are provided for these suits. I guess you can't complain, it's free, but it's only level 1. Level 1 quick switch is barely noticeable. But that would mean that if you add a level 3 quick switch module on top of this one that it already gets, it'll quick switch even faster. And I believe the GM custom could use a quick switch module because its GM rifle has a slow, like he draws it super slow. Kind of like he draws it at like bazooka speed, I believe. Let's check how much. I'm gonna check how many module slots that the GM custom burning type gets. If it doesn't get 4, then it can only use level 2 regular quick switch module. Where is it? There it is. It gets 4 slots. So if you pop a level 3 quick switch module, which takes up 4 slots, into the burning type GM custom, it'll get an additional 15% switch time reduction. And just FYI, the level 3 quick switch module switch time is reduced by 45%. See, it's 3 times of this. So that would mean that in total, I guess 60% is reduced, unless they do like, first they count this module and then they count the 45%. I don't know how they would do it. I want to believe that they just add the 2 numbers together, but I can actually check that and get a probable answer, because I think some weird math happens when you do like you can make certain decks that'll give you like rocket shooter. So like a suit that has rocket shooter as a trait, and then gets a deck bonus of a rocket shooter. I think they do the trait first and then the deck bonus. It might be like that for this, but yeah, that is all hypothesatory. I just made that word up, and you know, guesswork. So we're not gonna really go into detail on how that might do. All I'm saying is that you can then stack. You can stack level 3 quick switch and this together to make GM custom burning type switch weapons really fast. That sounds cool to me. That sounds Lieutenant Burning like, all like drawing weapons all quick and stuff and being cool, and then fucking blown up to a silly. How did he die? He got like oh, his GM custom got like they banged up a little bit and then it blew up. It's very unheroic how he died. Anyway, I didn't mean to apply this video full of spoilers, but we're gonna keep going. 8 minutes has passed. Awesome. on the first thing in the list. Alright, so the next thing in line is the but you know, I'm gonna be doing this. I might take a long time because I'm most likely gonna go into like how these changes will be affecting the game and stuff. I'm not sure if you guys are into, you know, my opinions on what these changes will do to the game, but I'm gonna be providing them anyway, because I don't know, because I can. It's my video. And I'm all like more hyper today on like that other video that I uploaded, because I was all ready to play. Alright, so next in line is the White Dingo mass-produced gun cannon, and it's getting the one shot in a flash of an instant module, but this doesn't really discriminate. It just reduces weapon recoil. It doesn't really give you numbers by how much. Alright, so the GM cannon of the 4th MS team gets the invincible, or the not invincible, immortal, the immortal MS 4th MS team module. Yeah, Fujimi means can't die, so that's immortal, right? Like a Highlander. And right, when he is revived from a repair gun, the amount of health it gets is increased by 10%. So is that Is that 10% of 50%? Usually when you get revived by a repair gun, you get 50% of your health back. So... yeah, so 10%, you get 10% of half. What is that? Is that 55%? I don't know, but you get that much. It's not, it doesn't really seem like a big number. But it might be a good chunk of health because the GM cannon of the 4th MS team is an artillery type unit, and artillery type units gets an inherent. I think inherent's the right word, but yeah, they get the artillery classes get more hit points than other classes in the game. We're not gonna really check it. I'm just gonna leave it at that. So, like, this module benefits an artillery class suit because that means they're just getting more, you know, bang for buck of their module. Because percentage of a big number is a bigger number than the same percentage of a smaller number. Alright, so the Gundam Easy 8 gets the Last Resort module. Does the same thing of the Immortal 4th module, which is when it revives, it gets 10% more hit points back. But also, when it kills units, and I'm guessing like the Akko, you have to like obliterate it, you have to destroy its body. When the body of the thing that it killed is completely destroyed, it gets 5% of its ammo back. Gundam Easy 8 is an assault. And assaults usually carry Type F bazookas. And being able to get your Type F bazooka ammo back is a big deal, in my opinion. I think the Easy 8 gets a decent chunk of hit points too. Where is it? Looking at the wiki, I can't find it. You'd think it would stand out because it'd be letters in all this list of chicken scratch, but I don't see it. Oh, there's Gundam Easy 8. 1600. It's not really. I'm surprised. I thought it'd be like a more beefy suit, but 1600 is its total amount of hit points. Default can be maxed to 1840, so it gets half of that plus 10% upon revive. That's cool. But its weapons, yeah, beam rifles, whatever. Oh, it doesn't get a bazooka. Oh, it does. Okay. Yeah, it gets Type F bazooka. And you only get a total of 4 rounds on your Type F bazooka for most assaults. But I think any number of percentage of you getting back anything in this game due to something, like this Last Resort module, for example, will get you at least 1 back. Kind of like the ammo increasing module. The ammo increasing module will give you like a percentage more ammo of the amount of shots you start with. Does that make sense? So like as long as you have 1 reloadable round to start on, you know, when you equip your ammo increasing module, you get at least 1 extra round. Like, so for example, you know, if your gun, like Sternfrost, for example, right? Sternfrost only starts with like 2-3-ish shots, extra shots, by default. And I think like the ammo increasing module will increase your ammo by a certain small percent, and you know, a small percent of 2 or 3 is like a fraction of a whole number. Is that the right math word? But, you know, fraction of a. Yeah, I think whole number is the right word. But you at least get 1. It'll round up to a whole number. So this 5%, it doesn't matter how much Like this could have been like 2%, and you still get at least 1 round back on your rocket launcher. That's a big deal, I think. Yeah, in my opinion again. Okay, anyway, so that was another 15-minute spent on something stupid. Mass-produced gun cannon of the wolf people. Gets the dancing god of death that's black module. Wow, that's actually pretty big. Fuck, it's bazooka and howitzer damage is increased by 10%. 10% is a big deal. 10% is a full upgrade. I think that doesn't its Type F shoulder cannon deal 850 damage standard default? GM cannon Wolf is was it artillery class? Yeah. Or no. Oh no, it's the I'm sorry, the mass-produced gun cannon. Did I say gun cannon or GM cannon? I meant gun cannon. Of the wolf people. Seriously, this motherfucker needs extra ammo or extra damage output. Actually, is this the thing? I think this is the suit that's underused. I think in the preview version I was kind of getting all unhappy because I thought this was the WD. This one doesn't have a charging beam rifle. It also doesn't have a rocket shooter trait. It's got weak shooter though. And this thing costs 300. Is this a thing that has the dual machine guns? No, it's nothing really special. It's just another mass-produced gun cannon that does regular gun cannon things and not... Yeah. Because it's an artillery class, it doesn't get a charging beam rifle. But I guess now this thing is worth exchanging for. If this is an exchange shoot, I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, it is. 50 tickets. When you get a WD gun cannon for 30 tickets. Yeah, this... I can see why they added this. Because this thing's crap. Why would you get this when you can just get the WD mass-produced gun cannon? Which is like the same thing, but costs less. But with a charging beam rifle. And it's got rocket shooter. Wolf type doesn't. I don't know what is special about this. Because now it's special because it automatically gets rocket shooter level 3. That's a pretty big deal. And you could then on top of that get weak shooter, which means that if you shoot your opponents in the back, that's like another extra % of damage, on top of your automatic rocket shooter damage that you're receiving. And its cannons deal 750 damage by default. Because it's an artillery class. Or no. Yeah, 750 damage for being artillery. Heavies type Fs deal 850 damage by default. Which is another reason why the WD mass-produced gun cannon is better, because the WD gun cannon is heavy class. What the fuck? And this thing has does this thing have less hit points than the WD? I don't understand. I never really looked at these Federation units in detail, but I don't really see the worth of this. But you know, we're not really here to talk about the worth of a unit. We're here to talk about what these traits do, or these modules do. So that's what this does. I still think the WD is more worth it, more worth the value than 50 tickets to get this. Anyway, the GM Sniper Custom Young type gets the I am king of shoot down, bitches, trait, module. Not trait, module. I shouldn't interchange what these things are. They're modules, not traits. So we get an accuracy and recoil bonus. I guess, you know, being a sniper custom. That sounds logical to me. Does this thing get a full auto beam rifle? Even if it's a sniper class? There's this like funny Federation suit that has a sniper rifle, but it's an assault class. GM Sniper Young. I hate sniper classes. They got like no hit points and they're snipers. So I like never looked at them. This thing gets quick switch. Then it just gets a standard lineup of sniper-like weapons. It gets sniper rifles and it gets sniper rifles, and gets a shitty bazooka that you wouldn't use because they're shitty. It's like if you're using a bazooka on a sniper class, you should just use another class. Sniper class bazookas don't do any damage. So really the only thing that you would use this thing on, maybe, is like it gets a beam spray gun. But it doesn't get type M. I don't know, so there you go. It's extra accuracy. I guess you can't complain if you have the sniper custom yin type. Maybe on these, like some of these semi-automatic sniper rifles, it'll reduce the spread while you're shooting on the move. But zooming usually reduces the accuracy penalty enough to be able to hit, because these semi-auto beam rifles don't have all the range anyway. But anyway, yeah, alright, so if any of you guys use that, there you go, you get that, good job. Have fun with it. Alright, Xeon. How much time has passed? 20 minutes, woo! Makuve Goof gets the Chinese place vase urn. I think it's like, I want to say like it's like a certain dynasty. You know, one of them Chinese dynasties, like, you know, apart from a dynasty place. So you guys play Dynasty Warriors, you might know, but I don't, so I don't know. Alright, so it's Heat Rod. Stuns longer. It stuns an extra second longer. Doesn't sound like much, but it is. That means you get more time to switch to your sword and kill the guy that's all stunned in front of you. But I'm not sure if you would use the Heat Rod on Makuve Goof anyway, because Heat Rods on Goofs blow. The only use I found for them are hitting tanks with it, because tanks don't fall over when you melee them. So like, if you melee a tank that has full health, it'll just shoot back at you and knock you over, and then he'll sit on you and laugh. But if you hit him with the Heat Rod before dash meleeing it, they can't do that. That's the only thing I found of use for the Heat Rod on Goose, because its hitbox kind of and its range suck, but it's alright enough to hit tanks that aren't aware of you, that aren't shooting incendiary rounds at you. You know, unlike the freaking Federation's Aqua GMs, which have all the friggin' spiraling, spinning 360 hitbox of death. The Goofs, even though they're known for the Heat Rods, they suck. Eh. But Makuve's Heat Rods will last a second longer. Makuve Goof might also get the Heat Rod trait. Let's find out. Even though, in all honesty, you guys can be like checking it out yourself. But you know, the Japanese wiki is all in the Nipponese anyway, and I don't know, I might be saving you guys a trouble, I'm not sure. It doesn't, oh, it doesn't get the heat rod trait, that's interesting. And good. Because drawing the heat rod trait on the regular Goof is like, it makes you want to cut off your balls, because you're not, you don't use it. I rolled a gold Goof when I rolled to get the Shima Galgug, and I got the in the list along with the Shima Galgug you can get the gold, you can get a gold Goof, and the game gave it to me. When I built it, it was heat rod traded. I wanted to slit my throat. Actually, it's not as bad as I think. It's even shittier traits like grenade thrower. At least I didn't draw grenade thrower. At least trying to use a heat rod will make it look cool if you can pull it off. But throwing grenades on a Goof is like having Gundams laugh at you, because they know what trait you rolled. Well, there's that poor fellow that rolled a grenade thrower trait on his Goof. Oh, well, let's just end his misery by dodging his grenades and then double rocketing him or face gallinging him or whatever. But yeah, the Makube Goof doesn't get the heat rod trait, so it's like you're getting a free heat rod trait with this module. Neat. Okay, so the high mobility Zaku 2 of the Black Tri-Stars gets the Black Tri-Stars module, which is quick switch level 1. Weapon switch time between weapons is reduced by 15%. I'm okay with this. Although I got on my Black Tri-Star Zaku, I given it level 2 quick switch as a module, because I need to be able to switch between my bazooka type F and machine guns ultra quick so that I can follow up. Without it, I'm not landing enough bullets before the guy gets up. And usually, it makes all the difference, because most Federation suits have shields, and when they get up, they get up with their shields active. But now with this, I guess I still need it, because 15% isn't high enough. I think level 2 quick switch is like 25% reduction in frames. I'm gonna go back with the back key. I'm not getting it. Oh, stop hitting back key too much. Yeah, 25%. Maybe I can save a slot then, because, well, level 2 takes up 2 slots, so I can reduce it to level 1, which is 15%, right? So, and on top of that, it's another 15%. Is that, I'm gonna have to test if that's high enough, or if I'm still feeling it to be too slow. But saving a slot is a big deal, I guess. Not really. But I guess I can't complain. Or I can just keep it the way it is and have him switch weapons even faster. That's probably better. Okay. So the Zaku Cannon, or what's it? Ian Graydon's Zaku Cannon it gets the Howitzer Landing Zone Prediction module, which is when you have a howitzer readied on your howitzer equipped mobile suit on the minimap. That's usually displayed on the top right of your screen. You'll get like a little symbol that'll tell you where the game thinks your howitzer will land if you were to shoot it the way you were positioned. So that's a module that you can equip on your suit. Ian Graydon gets this for free. I think this is the worst of them all, because I believe this module only takes up a single slot. Like, if you were to go and like if you wanted this ability, there's a module that does it, but I think that module only requires a single slot to use. I think it's in their special. Yeah, so I don't know. What do you fucking do? And I don't use these modules anyway, because I'm new type, and I can predict where my shots are gonna land because I'm awesome. Usually I'm just kind of doing guesswork. Well, what I usually do is I fire a volley, right? And then see on the map, because on the map, it'll, even without this module, it'll at least tell you where your shot landed when you fire howitzer weapons on the minimap. So after you launch your first volley, then you can kind of guesstimate where your second shot will land, taking into consideration the angle and the distance you fired your first shots from, right? Isn't that how regular artillery works? Or maybe back then, not now, because now we got computers and stuff. But yeah, he gets it for free. Alright, so Sharzaku. I can see the enemy 2 is his module name, and his is accuracy and recoil improvement. I think Char can make better use of it than the GM Sniper Custom, because Char gets Type F auto machine guns, and Type F auto machine guns are the most inaccurate piece of shit machine guns to ever face the Gundam Online planet face. Earth. Place. What? Whatever. It's extremely inaccurate, is what my mouth is trying to tell you, but failing at it. And I have the the accuracy penalty on the move reduction module equipped on the Sharzaku to mitigate the shitty accuracy. But I'm kind of curious to see how much of a change this is, if it'll make my Type F machine guns more accurate. The biggest deal, the thing that's going to decide if this is win or fail, is if with this new module I can fire my Type F machine guns out of shotgun range. Weapons that are effective out of shotgun range that can also apply pressure is a weapon worth noting on the suits that get them. This is just some pro tip that I'm just going to be throwing at you guys because it's important, especially when you're dogfighting. For Xeon, you're usually worried about this when you're fighting GLAs, the G-Line Light Armors, and the White Dingo GM. When you face those things in the air, you always want to make sure that you're out of their shotgun range, because if they land all 5 pellets on you, you fall down. Sharzaku is usually facing GLAs in the air. My Sharzakus are, at least. Usually, GLAs are quick to chase down Sharzakus because they're easy prey for them. Because GLAs are faster. They want to prove that they're like more pimped out than Sharzaku. When do they see one? And they will try to shotgun you. And usually I'm backpedaling the air while doing as much damage as I can with my machine guns. It's usually never enough. And also GLAs get shields, so when things are not looking good for them, they just usually put their shields up by switching to their missiles, because that'll instant switch and bring their shield up instantly. But yeah, if I can land my Type of machine gun shots more accurately, make more of my shots count out of shotgun range, it'll improve Sharzaku by a lot, I think, from my experience. So I'm kind of very eager to see how much of a change this is going to bring. Okay, next is the Raiden Gyogu Cannon. Johnny Raiden Gyogu Cannon, and his trait is the Crimson Lightning, which reduces his landing stun time by how much it does not say. there are modules that reduce landing stun time, and I probably explained in the previous video about the importance of land stun in this game. It's kind of like, it's very similar to recovery frames in a fighting game. Like when you do a dragon punch, them frames when you're coming down, when you can't do anything, is basically landing stun in this game. During that time, you can do nothing. Like, you can't even switch to weapons. And it's only like a fraction of a second, but it makes a big deal. Many good players will aim for you to stretch your boost to the limit and wait till you land, because the instant you touch ground is the instant they will shoot their bazooka or their beams at you, because it's a short hit. Guaranteed hit. I'm kind of disappointed it doesn't give you a hard number, because I believe I think modules, there are hard numbers in the wiki for modules. What would it be under? Idol. There it is. Oh, it doesn't say. Usually, well, not usually is not the right word to start this, but people, went into training mode with various modules, and like with a stopwatch or whatever, or like a recorder software that can count in frames to put into the wiki the difference these modules make. But doesn't look like anyone really done it for landing stun. That's a shame. But level 4 landing stun module is extremely noticeable. It's crazy. There is no, you just kind of go. It's like you're on it's like you're on air. Like you're landing on air. You just kind of boop and go. It only takes up 4 slots. I guess only is not really the word, but usually level 3 modules take up 5 slots. But for this landing stun module, level 3 is 4 slots. But usually with 4 slots, 4 slots can be used on other modules. Especially because, like, you don't really care too much about landing stuff on low-cost suits that get lots of modules. Where you got the, the free modules slots to equip something like this. Usually on high-cost suits that only have 3-4 module slots, you're putting in something, more worth it, like the quick switch modules, or the accuracy moving penalty reduction ones, or some other crazy modules. Not this one. But still, Johnny Raiden gets this for free. I'm not sure what this will do for Johnny Raiden. It'll mean that he can, like, land and bring up his beam cannon faster. It'll mean that he can get lock. He can start the lock-on tone for his missiles faster upon landing. He can just do various things once he lands. I think the biggest way you can use this bonus is when you get a anti-air knockdown with your beam cannon at like short to medium range, while you were in an air battle with the thing that you just shot down. Because then while he falls, you're gonna follow him down, and you'll be able to open up with your 3-burst beam rifle faster while he's lying face first on the ground. That's a big deal, because I usually many a times I missed a kill because I was in landing stun, because I was stretching my boost too far and I needed to land, even though everything in me was saying I need to stay in the air so I can continue to fire at the enemy to finish him. But it's just better to not overheat. If you have a choice between overheating and not overheating, you always choose not overheating, like 99% of the time. So you land, and then you just that fraction of a second you're not shooting, you get that kill stolen, or it gives them a chance to like enter far enough into his get-up animation that he brought back his shield. So yeah, I'm talking all like these are all like things that happen in like fractions of seconds, but they make a big deal. When you're really like dogfighting, when you're really inside, you know, in the combat, not out here sniping like a dweeb. Extremely prejudiced, you know, against snipers and stuff. I'm sorry if you're a big sniper guy. No hard feelings, but you know, I don't know. You know, I'm more of an infighter, so it just, you know, Navy and Army like feelings. I'm sorry. Anyway, right, and this in red letters is saying that these suits that get these unique modules, any modules that you had equipped on it will be removed on the 27th, so you're gonna have to manually put them back the way you had it. That is because this update will provide these suits the necessary module slots to accommodate these unique modules that you can't remove. As in, if Raiden Zaku had five slots to start, for example, he'll have 7. If this unique module he gets is a 2-slot module, so it's you still have 5 module slots. Alrighty, alright. So next on the agenda. Holy crap, 45. You know what? 41 minutes spent on just modules. Just shame for just spray, I know. But I hope the additional extra, in my opinion, infos that I provided, you know, is I don't know, giving you guys some insight on how to best make use of these things that the game is providing you if you play. I think I'm gonna cut these videos in parts. So next we'll talk about more stuff, depending on how each of these more stuffs take to talk about. We might talk about a single subject, we might talk about multiple subjects, depending on, yeah, how much I want to run my mouth. So I will see you probably not in the next video because you're bored. Bye!